Hey, how's it going? I'm Links, and today we're gonna be doing the Bird Boss with the full unknown team. Now with the Echidna, she's gonna buff our unknown units by quite a bit. So we have a look at what she does here, and she's gonna increase our basic stats by 5% for every unknown race ally on the battlefield, which is gonna be 4, so 20%. She's also gonna increase her own attack-related stats. Now, of course, she's not really gonna benefit too much from her Holy Relic here. Mainly on floor 1, phase 1 and 2, I believe, because after that the bird gets debuff immunity, so that's not really gonna help us, but her ultimate is gonna help us. So she's gonna increase our basic stat by a further 20%, and also gonna increase ally race damage dealt by 35% for 2 turns anytime she uses her ultimate, so that's gonna come in handy. Now I am also using Freyr mainly for his ability to deal with floor 2, phase 2 of the bird, because you either need a taunt unit or you need to sort of work around the mechanics some other way, but also because of his passive here, which is at the start sort of just gonna increase our all stats by 5%, but then after a while, after a few turns, it's gonna rotate between 10 and 15%, and that's quite nice. And of course we got MELIODAS, so anytime she heals, or anytime she uses this skill because of her Holy Relic, she's gonna increase our all stats by 8% up to 5 times, and it's gonna last for 5 turns, and that's really good. So we're gonna use her for the healing, we're gonna use her for the buffs, and then we also got Rem here. And Rem, if you didn't know, anytime she gains an orb by either using a card, merging a card, or moving a card, so anytime she sort of gains an alt gauge orb through card manipulations, it's going to increase her attack related stat by 5% 3 turns, stacking up to 5 times, 25% total. And anytime she gains 5 or complete 5 alt gauge orbs, or fills her alt gauge orb full, she's gonna recover 30% of max HP, so that's also quite nice. Her Holy Relic though is going to increase her basic stat by 40%, because we have 4 allies of the same race, which is unknowns, because it's an unknown team. Now the gear I'm using is of course attack crit on all of them. Echidna and Rem are running the borrowed attack crit damage gear, because they don't have UR gear of their own, so they're just borrowing some gear. And I'm also running the new Demonic Beast card set, which is going to increase our basic stat by 10%, and then the freeze isn't really going to apply here. That only really applies on the deer and also the wolf bosses. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead and see how it goes. I do believe Ram is going to hit really hard. I'm going to use all the units to sort of buff ourselves, and then we're going to see how it goes, because I don't believe I'm really going to struggle on floor 1 phase 4. That depends, like if I can get her ults off, and if I save enough Rem cards, then, because this is the card I want to save, all others I can really use however I want. And so we're just gonna sort of start wasting some cards. We don't really need these cards, and I don't really care about pushing this phase in one go, because the boss doesn't really hit too hard. I think I have Tarmia Link on Echidna, just because he's probably gonna focus her, given that she's a green unit and he's a red unit. But then sometimes he just focuses someone else. Here he focuses her. Yeah. Oh yeah, I did put red Tarmil on her. Here we're actually gonna heal, and we're gonna attack like this, and that should kill it. Just in case it doesn't, I'm gonna do this. But here we're healing and giving ourselves a buff, and we're gonna continue using those buffs as much as we can. And by phase 3 I'm gonna use Echidna's ult, or maybe I'll use it on the final phase, we'll see. But here, this is actually good. I got 3 of these cards. I could just use another heal card and just use these 3 attack cards. We're gonna save 1 heal card. We're not really gonna get anyone's ult either, because I don't really need it now. Actually getting 1 of the ults or so for phase 3, so we can just push that phase in one go could be useful. So I'll probably get Rem's ult if that's the case. Because I'm not sure if that's actually gonna do any damage. I do believe Freyr's ult might be able to do enough damage on the final phase. And what we see here, if I get her ult here, I'm just gonna move. I'm not gonna, you know, attack or anything. I will get Freyr's ult for later. We'll actually just do this, just to get all the ults we can get. And yeah, I'm gonna need the Echidna's ult, but I'm gonna get it next turn. I will also save one of these in case, sort of, because I haven't done this yet. I don't really know how much damage I can do or how much damage I can get away with. But this is probably not gonna kill if I attack 3 times, right? Yeah, I'm gonna attack 3 times anyway. It's not really gonna kill us or anything. So we're using her ult. Hit damage cap. Yeah. So in this phase he has a damage cap of 30%, so you need at least 4 attacks to kill it. But next turn we're gonna... Actually I will use her ult right now. The buff should last for 2 turns, so it should last for 1 additional turn. And I think with these 4 attacks I can push phase. So that's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna do this. And that should also heal her up. And I'm just gonna waste these cards. There we go. Now I'm gonna have a look at our stats here. Because I do gain 20% of basic stat increase from her. So HP. She's getting some attack and defense as well. She's only getting 1 all stat increase from Freyr here. That's kind of a shame, but he has 53k attack. Megilda has 44k, she has 66k. Now, how many of her own stacks does she have? Because her own stacks, she gives herself 5% attack related stats. And she has... no, she has all stat, all stat, all stat. She has none of her own stacks. So if I do something like, you know, that's her buffs. But she should have 1 of them. Why didn't I? Oh yeah, it's this one. So she has 5. There she go, got another 5. If I move this is how much she's gonna get when I do 2 attacks. So 67k. But yeah, here we're just gonna go ahead and I'll actually see if Freyr can do damage. Then we're gonna do this. Actually, yeah. That's the order I'm gonna do, because I do believe this silver one should easily hit damage cap. She has so many buffs on herself, and yeah, he hit damage cap. She hit damage cap with that one. Now with the additional 5%, yeah, she hit damage cap. That's good. All right. I'm not sure why I was worried about that. Oh, that's way too cute. That's making it into a thumbnail for sure. Alright, so now we're on floor 2, and on this floor I will need to save up for Freyr's ultimate by the time I enter phase 2. Because I'm gonna need it to push the phase in one go, or maybe if I can get enough, you know, stats from Megilda's buffs and stuff like that for to just be able to sort of phase tank the attack, because that's also an option. But here we're actually gonna go ahead and do, you know, attack in this order, hope for another Freyr card. If I can get like some nice Freyr mergers or whatever, then I can push it in one go. Otherwise I don't think this is gonna be nearly enough damage so that we're 2 attacks will be able to push it. Oh, and I just realized that I can debuff the boss in this phase. Unfortunately we didn't get the cards we needed here. But yeah, I can debuff him, I do believe until phase 3. So I was mistaken there, I thought it was phase 3 on floor 1, but it's phase 3 on floor 3 where he gains the debuff immunity. But he's gonna cleanse the debuff with this card, I believe, so let's have a look. Now he just buffs himself, I'm not sure. Alright, but we're gonna heal. I don't think I'm gonna be able to kill here. I do need to work on his ultimate. And I'm actually afraid that's gonna kill. So I'm just gonna move here. Because if I use the Rem card, like she hits hard, but maybe I should have healed. Yeah, I think that's what I should have done. But it should be fine. Hopefully Echidna can survive here. It's gonna of course hit her. Alright, it didn't do too much damage. So now I can get Freyr's ult, I can heal, and I can push phase. So that's what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna move to get Freyr's ult, get his ult, and we will do this. I think that's gonna be able to push the phase. Probably with no problems. Oh yeah, Freyr alone pushed it, so that's pretty good. So here I'm actually just gonna attack with as many attacks as I possibly can. So we're gonna do that first, then this one, and then I'm just gonna do this, because these first 3 attacks should kill it, I do believe. Yeah, he killed it. He revived with, I don't know, 3% HP, 3.5%, something like that. And then you just kill it. Now I do have Echidna's ult. I can do one, because I don't think I can actually push the phase in one go here. So we're just gonna attack once. There's no like mergers I can do. I'm just gonna move to get her, you know, some more of her passives, and we will move one of his cards. Because if I do attack too much, the boss is gonna enter the phase where he just sort of heals back up, or he's gonna enter the phase where he deals a lot more damage, and like neither of those are really beneficial for me. So oh, he can still be disabled. I was pretty damn sure it was phase 3. Alright, guess I haven't really done the bird all that seriously, or even looked at like these things, because I'm just running the team that's super fast and just killing it. But here we're just gonna go ahead and just completely wreck him. We're gonna attack with these cards, and I'm attacking with the ult first, just so I can get another buff here for the second attack. And yeah. And now we're on the final phase. I should still have the infect on me. I do believe I can cleanse it with this card, right? It cleanses the last applied debuff. Perhaps. I'm really not sure about that either, but I'm gonna get MELIODAS ult as well. Yeah, it did cleanse. That hit damage cap. And I think this is gonna hit damage cap as well. It's an amplify card, almost. It's an amplify card, and she does have quite a lot of buffs, so... now, unfortunately I can't really fully heal here. Unless I sort of wait. But I'm just gonna see how much damage this can do. If the damage cap is 30%, right, then I should just go like this, just to get a Echidna, you know, finish. We're gonna finish it up with that attack. There we go. I really like how that attack looks. Okay, that is so satisfying. There we go, tea party. Drinking her own special gamer girl bathwater. Alright, so we are on the final floor here, and I am a little bit worried about the first phase, because we're gonna have to start sort of giving ourselves as many buffs as we possibly can. We're gonna need to increase our stats as much as possible, as soon as possible, and I'm actually gonna have to heal. So we're just gonna see, because the boss, like, he has like so much health or so much defense that you're hardly gonna do any damage with like regular units. You're gonna need to have like units with really good amplify cards, such as Traitor MELIODAS. So if you can stack up Traitor MELIODAS' passive and stuff like that, like then of course you're just gonna start popping off with Traitor Meliodas. Within like 2 or 3 turns he's gonna hit damage cap with like bronze cards. We do have Ram here, or Rem I mean. She does have an amplify card. We're gonna see how much damage we can do here. But I am gonna heal here. I do need to sort of... I don't think that's even gonna hit damage cap. And I am actually gonna use this card. Like, this isn't gonna do too much. Oh, it did hit damage cap, so it hits. It probably won't hit it if she doesn't crit. Oh yeah, silver. Oh, okay. We can probably push the phase next turn if she can crit though. Alright, he already ulted us. Does she have the passive? Yeah, fills here's ultimate move gauge with 3 orbs at the start of battle. That's a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. So we are gonna do... Actually, I'm gonna use the silver card first, just to increase her, you know, stats, and then use this bronze one. Should I bank on, like... I actually have to check here. He has a 30% max HP, so if I can crit with that one and that one, that should be more than enough, and I can actually push his ult here. That one crit, that's good. Alright, that's good. And then I got Freyr ult and also Rem ult for this phase. Now on this phase I do believe when you bring him, or is it next phase, when you bring him down to like, was it 10% health, he gains a thingy which prevents you from gaining your ultimate move gauge orbs. Like, it puts a pumpkin bomb on you if you attack him. It doesn't work if you attack him with ults, so that's kind of what I'm banking on here. So we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this. Alright, and hopefully this is gonna be enough here. Oh yeah, that's the thing. So is it off the 50% or something? But we were able to push phase. I was pretty sure the attacks weren't gonna do that much damage, but they did quite a bit, so... we are gonna keep doing this. I will use 2 Echidna cards just to get her ult. Unfortunately I got like no cards that can remove buffs or anything. Which, I mean, it shouldn't be a problem, but... It's not like I'm gaining any sort of... does he remove buffs with his attacks? He didn't with that one. I'm pretty sure it's like some of the attacks, or maybe it's like at the final phase or something, where he removes your buffs. Stance disabled, we're not using any stances. I should probably try to kill him here. So we're gonna ult and stuff like that. Yeah, we're just gonna try to kill him here. She did not hit damage cap, or I don't think it is a damage cap, but she didn't hit nearly enough there with her AoE ult at 4-6. But here we are gonna increase our stats. We're gonna ult. What passive did he get? If he survives with 25% HP or less. That's kind of unfortunate. That means I'm gonna have to start chipping him down. I'm gonna get this ult, that's quite nice. But I'm gonna have to start chipping him down, and yeah, I am not really confident. Because I do need to get in between 30% and 55%. Or 25%, so... Oof, damn, that's bad. Yeah. I am gonna close here and restart it. Restart the client. Like, the buffs from Echidna really increased our damage, and it was actually quite surprising here. then instead what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go ahead and do this and attack like this. So I'm gonna buff up twice and then I'm gonna attack. Now the buffs from Echidna will drop off, but I do believe the ult is still gonna hit damage cap. Alright, so she has, or the boss has just about 35-36% health here. Now he gains up to close to 40%. And yeah, I'm gonna have to sort of use a combination of these attacks to sort of bring him down far enough. I think this might do it, and then we just go ahead and use whatever. I don't think he's gonna survive, but if he does, then we just reset from that point. That did not do enough. Oh man, that did not hit enough. 200k. 200k. Oh wow. Okay, we're going back into the fight now. So here we are. Now I know that this isn't really hitting for anything. I do wonder, like, if that hits for how much it did. It brought him down to like here. This one isn't gonna do too much, but then I actually do need that one to hit super hard. Like, I do need the Freyr to actually crit here. Okay, it did crit. Like last time it didn't crit, I did 200k, I was like, what? But yeah, that's the Bird Boss using the unknown team. Not the fastest, but a really, really solid team. Like, I didn't have any problems except for like the last bit here where you sort of need to finagle with that final bit passive, you know. I really hate those sort of passives. Fortunately, you don't get this one every time, except for if you're me, then you always get it. Man, that passive. such a bad passive. Like the one where he revives isn't all too bad like this one, but this one is just, oh, I hate it. I hate it. I hate the deer for it, and I hate wolves on, like, when you actually need to kill them at the same time. Like, just constantly to look at percentages and stuff like that. And that's just not fun game design, but yeah. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching, and I guess I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!